Alright, hello. Literally 2 seconds ago, I just filmed another video, so might as well just keep the inertia going and finish it off. So today I will be filming the what am I doing? Oh yeah, I literally just said it at the end of that video too. Whew. I am going to be doing a tutorial for Truce by 21 Pilots. This song is really close to me. Yeah, it's something that it's probably one of my favorite songs. Actually, I was gonna say one of my favorite of their songs, but I think it could easily go up in my favorite songs ever, just because of, I don't know, the simplicity of it is so haunting, yet it's saying something at the same time. It's crazy. It's beautiful, to put it best. But yeah, Truce. So this song starts off on a G major chord. However, is in the first, nope, it's in the second inversion. So it would be played D, G, B. And that's the starting note in the right hand. You would just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's literally the beginning for right hand. And the left hand is repeating this little rhythm basically throughout the whole song. It starts on a G down here. It goes G, D, G, D, G, D, G, D. Sound familiar? I'm playing a little fast, but that's only because it's really repetitive. Okay, so you would do that twice. You would press this note twice, and then you would press it a third time. You would press it a third time to go into the second verse. So what the right hand does there is it plays that G chord again. Then with your pinky you're gonna play the C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you're gonna press the pinky with your C, or you're gonna press the C with your pinky on the 4 in that measure. And then your hand is going to kind of be at the same time setting up for the next chord, which I know is kind of weird, but it turns into a B major 7 chord, with your right hand playing the B, your left hand, oh boy, this isn't going well. Anyways, so this, meanwhile, your right hand is setting up for the next chord, which is E flat, G flat, and A. Yeah, which is the top of a B major 7 chord. But you're not playing this with your right hand. You were just doing that, so. Which sounds a little funky, but it works really well within the context of the song. So, what your left hand does is, this will be the third time here. So after you play that C and hit this chord, your G major is going to move up to a B major 5, 1, 5, I believe that's what that's called. I don't remember. Basically, you're going to be playing a B, a G sharp, nope, G flat, and a B. So, now the 9. Okay, so together that would go. And when you're playing the 4 there, these two land together here. And your right hand is going to jump up to an E and a G. So, what we have up in there is, and then the right hand goes E and G together, F, E, D, B. So you're skipping the C there. You're skipping from the D to the B, which is making a G chord, kind of, so. So it's kind of like dotted rhythms there, I'm guessing. I've never actually seen the sheet music for this. So while your right hand does, your left hand goes from the B major to C major, which is C, G, C, G. You only do that once. Wait, hold on. That's a good way to tell you guys that. I don't know why I didn't even think about that. You play each of those once during the verse. So watch the left hand. It only does that pattern one time. So. It only does it once. I remember now. I forgot about how complicated this was at first. Doing that while the left hand, it can be tricky because you're playing dotted rhythms up here and you are playing just normal eighth notes here, which are, you know, not dotted, so it's not as difficult. But here, hold on, let me see. I would just do it really slowly like that, like painfully slow, like. Until you can get it down. And that C is gonna jump from that to back to a G. And that's just gonna hold right there. And when that holds, when that holds right here, your left hand's gonna go. It presses the F sharp instead of a D, which is transitioning from the G chord to the E chord afterwards. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So, yeah. I'll just play that real quick. There you go. And then it moves up. Okay, you can kind of see that. Cool. So then, while that goes, you probably want to move this to up here, your thumb on the G, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 5. So the position of your hand is gonna have to change here. So see how my hand can play G, A, B, C, and D. You can like just barely see that in the video. Basically, that's gonna, you know, it's gonna go from that position. So you play G, A, B, D, G, A, B, D, and then your third finger is gonna move into a position on the A instead of the B like before. So watch my hand. I'm gonna play it slow. It's awkward. I'm not sure if that's an official way of doing it, but that's how I've gotten used to it. So it goes from the B to the A, G, E. Your second finger is gonna cross over to play the. It's gonna cross over to play the D, and then your pinky is gonna very quickly stretch and press the B again. So, like I said before, I would just practice that and wash my hand. I'll play it slowly so you guys can see it. It's weird, especially with left hand doing stuff. Speaking of left hand, let's get into that. So during that part, you're gonna be playing an E octave. So E, B, E, and then you're gonna move down to the C down here. So together that will go. And then it just hops back up onto the G after the C. And then guess what? You repeat that again, that whole thing. The song is very repetitive, so if you're thinking like, ooh, Truce is only a 2-minute song and he's 9.5 minutes in, I'm probably 3/4 of the way done with the video, maybe. Unless I decide to blabber on like this, like I am right now. But, you know, so yeah, that whole verse, this is half the verse, but the second half is the exact same as the first. Okay. I'm gonna retry that. I'm sorry, guys. It's the exact same thing. And I'm gonna really quickly show you what I do in order to make. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with my speaking today? What I do in order to make the song have a little more complexity and I guess flavor, if you will, is instead of going up here for the coming to an end, that part, I play that down an octave for the first verse, so that way it's a little more impactful for the second verse. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I go, instead of, this is what it's supposed to sound like. But this is what I do in the first verse. I had a little flub in there, but yeah. So I play the second verse. I go, now the night is. So I would still play this. Wait, hold on. So instead of jumping my thumb up to play the B before the, I just stay like this and I press it with my pinky, and I play E and G with my second and fourth fingers, which is almost the same as up here, except I cross over the 2 to play the B after the D. So, nope, that's not what I do, sorry. And I play the whole first verse like that, so that way it's a little more impactful once the, what is that? What's going on outside? Once the, you know, I lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah, it's more impactful once the second verse comes around. The high notes. That whole part. It sounds better the second time. But anyways, so after you would play the first verse, it would be, you would go to a D chord, which is new. So I just play D, F sharp, A. So I just play it as a whole note for some reason. I'm not all too sure why I do that. Maybe it was just the way I learned it. But if you want to, you can go D, F sharp. You can play those together. Stay alive, that part. You can go. So in the left hand there is just doing D, A, D, D, A, D, D, A, D, D, A, D. D, A, D, D. Nope. D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A. So. Sorry. So that goes into a C chord, which in order for convenience, I play with, I play the C with my thumb, the E with my pointer finger, and the G with my ring finger. So, that one I do that with. Stay alive. And then you would play this E singularly, and then you would just jump up to the G chord that we started with. And the left hand down here is just doing C, G, C, G. So, it jumps back up to the C. This part's fun. So, while it does that, that sounds a little boring and uneventful for the chorus, doesn't it? Well, thankfully, Tyler entered in this little piano part that I just love about this song. It goes, so you would do C and E with your third and fifth, and then B and G, B and D with your pointer and fourth finger. So, and then your finger's gonna have to jump a little bit. Your fingers jump a little bit, so that way your thumb is on the G, and then you would do GB to AC. So that part just adds so much to the song, in my opinion. So, sorry. And then after that, you would play that part again. Except you would wait a little bit longer to play that E. And then you would go like this. You'd do G octave. And then the G chord we started with, D, G, B. Then you move down to a D chord. So D, F sharp, A. And this would move to an F sharp. So, free, take, and then this is where it gets a little bit difficult. It goes to an E minor chord, which in this case would be B, E, G, and then left hand would just do E octaves. And then you're going back to a D chord, except it's in a different position. It's A, D, F sharp. And then you're ending on a C chord, G, C, E. I know that's a lot to take in at one time, but I would just I don't know, just kind of do that really slow. So it's really not all that complex. Just don't think about the chord names in your head. Just think about you're coming down. There's a little bit of a jump there to the E minor chord, and then a little bit more of a jump. It's just kind of jumping around a little bit, but it's all going down ultimately. So I'll play it really slow so you can see. Okay. So in context of the song, it'd be so. Then it plays this really cool chord, which is my favorite part of this song. I know it is. It has to be. So I go da. So 1, 2, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's what I do there. I play this on the beat of 2. And I play this again on the beat of 4, and this just plays the and both times. It just stays on a C octave. Okay? And what that chord is there, it goes from a C major, and what you're going to do is you're going to move your thumb up to the A, and you're going to move your pinky down to this sharp down here. So to D sharp. I don't know what chord that is. Something weird, but it sounds so cool within the song. So then we go back to something familiar. But yeah, it goes back to that. And like I said, if you are doing down the octave the first time, so if you do that the first time, props to you, because I think that's a cool way of doing it. But if you do that the first time, the second time is when you would go up and play what I taught you normally the first time. So, but if you want to stay to the actual song, just go up both times. Okay, but now we move on to the second time. Hold on. You would play the second verse, and it's the exact same thing as the first verse, except for the change if you do that. It's literally the exact same. And then you would move on to the chorus, which is almost the same. So this is all the same. I'll tell you when it changes. wait, I'm sorry. This one is a little bit different. This one, instead of doing this, it just stays still on the D. So, and same thing with the C. And I take the G up here. And then same thing. And then it's the same thing, except it's not an octave this time. It's just the top note. And like put a little bit of a decrescendo on there, so not decrescendo, sorry, ritardando. So like gets a little bit slower, so your hand has time to hop up here. And I can't tell you a set way to do the ending. I'm just gonna do what I believe the actual song does. So it'd be like, does that sound right? I think it does. So all you would do is, after your hand does that really cool chord, your left hand would stay here, and your thumb would play the E. 2, 1, 2, 1. So it goes from E to C to G, and then you would quickly play an F sharp as a transition back into the E, and then C, C, and then just go back up to the G, I guess. Or how's that end? I think it ends like that. I don't remember. Anyways, but yeah, that's how the left hand goes there, and the right hand just hops up and does this. You know, it does that again. And then what I do, here I'll play down an octave. The second time I do that, I go, wait. Whew, that's not what I do. So hold on, let me get in the moment, I guess. I don't think that's the right chord it ends on, but you know, I had to make up my own ending for this because of weird stuff I can't explain. But you know, yeah, right hand, what it does, what I do, you can just do this. Well, you can just do this 2 times. You could just go like that if you want to. What I do is, and then I go, that's what I do. I like doing that a lot because I feel like it changes it up, makes it have a conclusion a little bit more. So what I do there is I go, I kind of like move my finger up, and instead of going back down to the E, A, I press, oh my gosh, thank God this video is almost over, I'm so sorry. Goes from the G, goes from the D to the E, and then D again, B, A, G. Sorry. It just ends like that though. So just because I feel like the last part was really rushed, I'm gonna play just the last chorus to the end for you guys. By the way, that's up an octave. I'm gonna play it for you guys since that was such a mess. Hopefully you can piece together the puzzle pieces because I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah. So last chorus to the outro. This video was a mess. If you need help with anything, please leave a comment. I will try to get to you. I will get to you. I shouldn't say I'll try. I will. I'm not getting too many comments where it's overbearing and I literally cannot read everything. If you need help with anything, just say it and I will respond to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I will see you guys later.